Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'm going to explain why I am switching from Asus VivoBook, which is far more advanced when it comes down to the hardware, to a Huawei laptop. And my reasons are quite solid. Hear me out. This is not a sponsored video. After using this laptop over a year, and I've been using Asus laptops from very different models, from the TUF series, Zephyrus series, and early models that I don't remember for last 10 years, since I'm editing videos and pushing the limits of the laptops most of the time. I'm switching towards the external eGPU and little bit of thinner and more productive and stable. The most important part is the stable keyword. Every Asus that I got over the years, before this one, I got the Zephyrus and it had a problem on the surface and I shot a video. So this is a VivoBook 16X, okay? And this is the Huawei. So both of them have the same CPU, the CPU combination. Both of them has Intel 13900H CPU. And that's a good thing. Both of them are 16 inches. But take a look at this. This feels like a MacBook. This feels like, well, crap. Let me show you. Here, after 1 year of use, do you see the hinge? I'm getting close. And I can't put my finger in. So I need to find a solution to it, but I'm going to give it away for some people that I know, and I hope they can handle it. And the hinge system is clicking already after 1 year, and I am not a hardcore pushing the limits, kind of like I'm not pushing the physical limits of any device. The only positive thing that I can tell about this laptop especially, it has a matte screen for designers. This one is pretty much glossy, but the Huawei has the touch screen, way better brightness, and everything is fully metal, and speakers are way better. Touch screen is bigger, fingerprint reader, and rest of the plasticky feeling is gone. Everything is quite solid. You definitely feel like a MacBook or Mac Mini, but basically this is not a mini device, but everything is solid. And the more important thing is this device has two Type-Cs, and in 2024, I bought this in 2024, it has one Type-C or Thunderbolt. I can't accept this because I am using external GPUs and a lot of the hardware like external SSDs when it comes down to the files, big files. So this is unacceptable single Type-C. And the worst part, let me just try to go 1x zoom. You see this hinge, right? This is the problem that I'm talking about, and it's shaking like this. Very bad. I'm going to go back. This is not the only physical part. Let me just show you. Right now, the screws are taken out. I've been opening up this laptop over probably many times. The reason I'm getting too much of a blue screen, okay? Blue screen of death. You can't avoid it. Like literally with my every Asus laptop, the biggest problem is they are not giving it fully finished to you. So there are a lot of software problems, and I'm not going to talk about hardware problems, but I'm going to tell you especially with this one. So the TUF series that I got early, probably Ryzen 4800H, and it was having a probably GTX 1050. For that time, it was a good laptop, but every time that I got an update, it was crashing, giving the blue screen of death for the Windows. So I hate that device over the use time. Physical quality was awful. So again, similar stuff. This thing is a heat machine. As you can see, only one cooling fan for RTX 4060 and also Intel 13900H. Only one fan. Even if you have heat pipes, okay, this is a piece of a mess of a design. So there should be a second fan. If it's having a hardware of gamer or render person like designer like myself, you can't cool this thing down. And I've changed the in a short time of 1 year, I changed 2 times the thermal paste. It doesn't help. You hear the fan all the time. You just do something and then fan just kicks in and it's awful. Speakers are not too bad. Basically, you got the battery here, but you don't have a secondary slot of M.2. And the memory, you got only one slot. How crazy is that? In 2024, you got a big Asus laptop, like physically huge device, 16-inch device. You got, I don't want to say it, but you got shitload of place here, but you don't have any sockets at all. So if you tell me that this was like a portable device or this was something cool like this, fully metal, I could have understand. But this is a crappy device. It's fully plastic at the back. There's some heat shielding, but it doesn't work. The hinge system is really feels like early 2010s, and this is very easy to probably again creating a problem in this region of hinge stage. So I am not able to say anything positive about this Asus VivoBook. Just stay away from it and just think about it. I'm not talking about just something physical, bad choices here. The Zephyrus series are way better. My early experience was it was peeling off over the carbon fiber section or carbon fiber looked upper section, and I showed it in the early videos, and that's why I bought this to change the device, get a better hardware. But after using a little bit, just take a look at this. It opens up, cracks it up. It's about to crack. It's awful. Do you see the difference? So we need to repair this. So this device doesn't have a physical problem other than these complete problems. It doesn't have any problem at all, but I can clearly say Huawei, and the reason behind it, it is a thinner device and it gets the charging by one of these ports are, I got Thunderbolt first of all, and I got two Type-C ports, which means I can connect Type-C monitors to it. I can use the power adapter of my smartphone and my gun charger. Take a look at the adapter size, okay? Since you're going to use it, this is the adapter of Huawei, and this is the adapter of the Asus, okay? Take a look at both of them. So this is much more easy to carry around, but you can charge the device, this device, through the Type-C with any smartphone gun charger. If you got a over 60 watts of charger, you can charge this up. Since it doesn't have a built-in RTX GPU, I know it's lacking the power of gamers, but I can add an external GPU, and I shot a dedicated video how much external GPU power that you can get through the Thunderbolt. You can add RTX 4070 like PC style, and maybe even AMD Radeon. I don't care which one that is, but if you need extra boost, you can add, and you can use the external GPU with your mini PCs too. So you got the best of both worlds. If you're going to carry it around, this will be much more sturdy, much more stable. It never crashed after probably 2 or 3 months of use with my hardcore use. Like I'm rendering videos, at least editing a lot of 4K and 8K, 2.7K videos, grading them, and then send this files to the mini PCs that I got with better GPUs and CPUs, or I tend to use an external GPU and faster my render. So if you want a guide about it, I suggest instead of going something crappy like this, physically hardware, buy something like this without the GPU, because the newer Huawei models are even better. This is not a sponsored video. If they sponsored me, I will be happy to get a newer model because I believe they are making really. We have 2 fans here, man. Come on, just take a look at this, guys. 1 fan here, 1 fan here. And this doesn't have a dedicated NVIDIA GPU, but it has 2 fans. Take a look at this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So stay away from the VivoBook. If the newer models of 2025 is still like this, just stay away from it. They need to solve a lot of problems. And still, if you upgrade it after the latest BIOS updates, it can still have some problems. But generally becoming a much more stable, but still I had some issues. It could be you can maybe say it could be a Windows problem, but same CPU, why doesn't this doing the same blue screens? So I can give this a 10 out of, maybe 9 out of 10. I can give this, I guess for hardware wise, on technical base, you can call this a better laptop, but in reality, it's lacking everything. Stability, build quality, plastic, hinge problems. You don't have a secondary slot for SSDs. Okay, this one doesn't have that too, but this is physically at least an Apple style quality, build quality, but this is feels like bad again from the quality side and also not upgradable. So stay away from the VivoBook. And if you're wondering to see the performance of external GPU, go back and watch my guide video about it. I used that external GPU with this laptop, but I'm continuing to use it with this one. And I am way happier than ever. So I don't have a built-in internal GPU. I don't care about the driver crashing potential problem. And Asus also really could crash with external hardware, additional software problems. You don't want to mess with this stuff either. So go Zephyrus or higher models and check and try to not to go for the latest models, because I guess Asus release products without a finished software or BIOSes. So get ready for blue screen if you are going to go this direction. But I've changed my direction after 8 years, probably using a lot of Asus devices. I'm happy with this. So let's see what the future brings. And I know I haven't shown you the picture quality, anything. This is just a long time use of a lot of Asus devices. As a 15 plus years of a reviewee guy like me, I am reviewing computer brands, computer components over 15 years with a lot of brands. And I'm kind of like staying away 90% from the Asus. This is not a sponsored video. You can buy something else. You can buy a MacBook. You can try to install a Windows OS to a MacBook. But for the ARM devices, ARM-based Windows devices, the Mac devices, I guess it's getting harder, because you're not using a x86 platform anymore. So you got to emulate it. It could be good for some people, but for me, I'm basically staying on the Windows. That's why I'm referring the Huawei, or you can maybe go for HonorBook. I don't know. But check out something better than this with a better build quality. And I am also pissed off with the Dell system, because I've used a lot of XPS models early in my use time for probably 3 or 4 different models. And I wasn't happy with any of them. In the stability side of things, hardware was good. So try to find yourself a better built laptop, because we have external GPU power these days. Try to focus on that. And watch my guide and tutorial video. And if you ask, maybe I can create another tutorial for video render setup with external GPUs and how we can enhance our workflow. Hope to see you in the next video. Home cinema and tech review. This might be looking like a lot of, dragging about Asus VivoBook experience that I got, but I want to warn people. This is an important topic. We are spending a lot of money. This is basically same price in my country with the MacBook M2 or 3, I guess, basic model. So if I bought a MacBook M2, I could have still be using this, but right now this feels like really crap. I'm continuing with this one. Let's see what the future holds up, and hope to see you in the next video. If you find this, warning useful, or any kind of like tips I got, give it to you guys, just hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I know my channel based on most of the time cinematography and home cinema equipment, but I really review a lot of tech devices. So I just want to make everybody know about it, know this, and stay away from this. Bye.